already discussed it on a map like Mirage. It won't be the end of the world if you don't quite get it. In some people's opinions anyway, but here we go. Things to start it off. And Kaya, are we doing the accents, or are you doing the accents, or are we not going to bother?
I'm not sure. I don't think ESL would be too fond of the idea
I think
of
we'll
me
do
doing knife rounds and
casual
rushing.
basis. It is quite amazing, and it does somehow increase the viewer count.
Hoss
I
hates
don't quite
them.
know how, but really does he?
Yeah, every time I do it, he sort of just singles me out like, Kaya, what are you doing?
Ah, well, there we go. We didn't even have time to think about doing them anyway, because Titan have won the knife round, and as you would expect, NBK does put in the chat, and Smith's confirmed with stay. So everybody's ready to go on Titan by the looks of things, and we're just making sure that Encore are all good to go.
4-4 in the lineup in Smith's Scream existence, and NBK have been together for a long time in comparison to the Finns. But anyways, here we go, pistol round. How about you take us away?
Yeah, let's take us away, and just confirmation of the score. Copenhagen was 14-1 up against Epsilon is what is on my screen at the second, on Nuke at the second. Epsilon now are on the CT side. There was a huge break because I believe one of Epsilon was getting DDoSed.
Yeah, probably
but it's all good now. And I think it's actually it's 15-1 now because FXUO is the last one left alive. But anyway, back on board with this game because this is what we're going to be concentrating on. We are into the pistol round of the first half on the second map here of the ESL 1 Cologne qualifiers, and let's get straight into it. Encore pushing in aggressively towards this A bomb site. They have taken a bit of damage here. No casualties as of yet. Let's see if they can get that bomb down. Of course, on the T side, that's one of your primary objectives. It does make sense, but if Khan can pick off kills like that all day, that's already going to be a good start for them. His existence is the first casualty here on the second map. Kenny S does respond though, so that's kind of going to go down, making things a 4-on-4 situation. And let's see how they're going to push into this one. Smith's left on 3 HP, NBK only on 13, but Kenny S left on 51 is still picking up some good frags here. He's going to flash in, and look at that from Kenny S. That is a world-class play there. You know, it's nothing really too complex, but it just virtually completely finished them off. It's all going to be left up to Reflex. He goes down, the bomb gets defused, and very, very impressive indeed there in Titan. And have a look at their HP overall. I think overall they probably had about 50 between 4 of them.
Yeah, well, Kenny S was definitely my man of the match on Inferno. I don't know what you... Yeah, we'll both agree on that. And so far, not a bad way to introduce himself here on Mirage. So, Encore, they are 1-0 down, as it says on the top of your screen. So if I see anyone in Twitch chat asking what the current score is, I think I might find you and stick a carambit in your backside. Encore is very common that we see the B push. Smokes have come out. They're playing it very, very quiet, and as a matter of fact, they are going to go towards NBK. NBK with the Bison gets only one. Smith is going to come in and get a double, and I think the bomb might go down. It is going to go down, meaning Encore will be able to force the buy. Well, it's not really a force buy. They got the bomb down. They'll be able to buy come the next round, the all-important third round, which will be weapons against weapons. Khan with Glock in hand. He's going to try and drop Kenny S. Fails at doing so, and to be fully honest with him, he was up against a Kenny S with armor, and all he had was a Glock. So no surprise that he was the player who ended up going down. But hey, Encore got the bomb down. That's the important thing. But I do have a funny feeling that NBK will be a bit disappointed with what he was capable of doing with that Bison. Yeah,
indeed. And once again, guys, just to bring you to the other game, confirmation of the score on Nuke. Copenhagen Wolves 16, Epsilon 1. So there we go. That's very interesting indeed. But Titan 2-0 up here on the round scores in map number 2 we are. And as you said, because Encore were able to get that bomb down 2 rounds in a row, they have been able to buy here. So they're pretty happy. They've got full armor, full AKs, and full grenades and everything. So yeah, definitely no force buys coming in. Disturbed is going to get taken down there straight away. You've got to get those shots. Existence knocked down to 19 HP, and he only had a FAMAS, which, as we all know, hasn't exactly quite got the firepower of that AK. Not knocking the FAMAS, it's actually my favourite weapon, but still, Disturbed should have picked up that frag there on that A bomb site, and that's just really going to slow down Encore's push here. They are stacked up towards A, as we can see. Zarte, the man on your screen at the second. And if they do push into A here, they are going to have some good chances coming in, because having a look at those blue dots on your screen where the CTs of Titan are, they're not exactly close to be. The only player who isn't it is Existence, and as we've said already, he's been knocked down to 19 HP, but they've got to make their mind up soon. They're taking this incredibly slowly. Eventually Existence goes down, and is that going to lead to the push? Well, already what we can see is it's going to lead to a rotate here from the Titan squad. So the push has to come in very, very soon here. Scream smokes off towards DT. Going to try and get some shots down there with his M4. Unfortunately, isn't going to be able to connect. And in come more grenades. And the push towards A is coming in here from Encore. Let's see how they take it.
Yeah, here we go. The bomb is going to go down. Kenny S, he likes playing aggressive, spraying and praying. Deals a bit of damage, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. Zarte sees someone rotating from CT spawn. Titan now trying to retake this bomb site. Kenny S spots someone on top of Tetris. Spots two. Kenny S gets one. A lot of people say he can only AWP, but he's shown us here and he's proven to us that he can rifle as well. But the bomb is ticking. MBK with the double, doing what MBK does best. Knows that the last guy is on Tetris. It's going to be Khan to save the day. And you know what? He got Kenny S who was diffusing, but he just time wasn't on his side.
No, it certainly wasn't. And I do apologise if my fan is loud in the background, guys. I just realised that I had it on loud, that I thought. I do apologise if the audio quality wasn't the best there, but in like the studio that I'm in right now, it feels like I'm in a sauna as usual. So yeah, I'm just trying to lower that to make sure that it's okay. But round number 4, we're going into now. 3-0. Titan managing to convert on that and retake that A bomb site as we saw in existence. Has picked up the auto sniper here, so they're going to be having a bit of fun with this one. And let's see where they're going to head off. It looks like, considering where they're going to be heading on the map, it's actually going to be a mid push, and we'll see where they're going to move from there, maybe over towards Catwalk. But Kenny S is going to stop them in his tracks already with that big green gun in hand. Of course, his is orange and white, being an Asimov, but still, I like to call it the big green gun. He's going to rotate over now, and it looks like ENCORE is still committing themselves towards mid at the second. They have smoked off that middle window, but they've not smoked off down towards the bottom of connector as of yet. Existence we can see just looking from CT spawn back over towards A there. Smith is going to get the second frag of the round here. Smith is going to get the third frag as Khan goes down as well. And this is looking very good indeed here for Titan. It's all going to be left in the hands of Disturbed and Zarte. No casualties once again left of Titan. And the thing that we've just seen so far with how low that Titan are being knocked down HP wise is that ENCORE maybe getting a few shots on, but they're just not finishing it quite up. Kenny S finishes things off in good style with that AWP in hand. Swap round of weapons there in exchange. And Titan, 4-0 up here on the CT side. They're looking very strong once again. And ENCORE, as we predicted, knocked down to the pistols.
And Mirage is all about the mid control. You have control of mid, and you basically, you know what you're doing. You have control of mid. It's as simple as that. We saw Titan. Yeah. They pushed B. They had someone go underground. In fact, I think they had someone push around through apps, and they completely surrounded the Finns. And here we go. They are, as a matter of fact, going to come towards Smith. The MBK is going to get one. He knows there's a few more there. He's pulling the trigger. MBK with 4, and well, Kenny S comes in and kill steals the 5th, but MBK just showing us what he's capable of, and that, I know the terrorists were only ecoing, but to get so many consecutive kills with such crisp aim it's brilliant to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely, and showing his style. Yeah, of course, they were only using pistols there, but just keeping his accuracy up top notch there is MBK. So still ENCORE around, not on the board for them whatsoever in Mirage, and Titan are just running away with this one. They are 11 rounds away from confirming themselves through, and obviously that's going to be a huge achievement for them if they can do so. And we did actually just spot that player. I believe it was MBK who did spot a couple of players there coming over towards apartments. Those players are now, after being spotted, are going to back off. And MBK was only knocked down to 74 HP, which means that he can still, obviously, as we know, deal a lot of damage. So that's not really going to lead to too much of an advantage there for ENCORE, as we can see. Reflex and Natu dropped down to 60 and 50 HP respectively. And now they're once again going to be pushing through apartments. Let's see what they can do. Nato spotted one. That player jumps around. The grenade goes in just to try and knock him down, but I don't think it really connected too much whatsoever. So the smoke grenade comes in. They're going to back away once again. And all Titan are doing here, it's just ensuring that ENCORE aren't able to push onto anything quickly. Khan's going to be the first casualty. That auto sniper comes into play for the first time, I think, from what we've seen so far. And that's a big kill to start things off. Now the push comes in towards mid. Natu still over towards apartments. Is going to eventually be able to take down Smith. That's a great headshot there. Evening up the situation to a 4-on-4. Disturbed flashes into the A-bomb site. Finds somebody there over towards jungle, which is the man now on your screen of Scream. Too many SCRs there. Bomb's going to go down. Reflex gets shot in the head, and this is cooking once again. So good here for Titan. There we go, 6-0. Is Kaya still here?
Yeah.
You asked I was just checking if you'd fallen asleep because Titan was steamrolling this again.
I was admiring Scream.
You were just admiring. You were just.
Not only does he have the best hair in esports, but he's also I love seeing him play. His headshot's just phenomenal. Anyways, here we go. Reflex turns off the TV as he scourages towards the B bomb site. He is going to take the bomb towards there. Zarte and Khan both hanging around mid, so that tells me they're probably going to be looking to go towards short. They've tried to smoke out Kenny S, who pulled off a shot, but unfortunately didn't exactly register with anything. Disturbed, I think, now is going to play a bit of the flanking role. And no, in fact, no one is no longer near B. Natu is in connector, and Natu just needs to peek. He knows exactly where Kenny S is now. Natu gets one. Natu with the double as the Finns finally put their foot down and come to life. Down goes MBK on short, and are we going to see a 5-man from Natu? No, we're not. Smiths is going to shut him down, but it is 2 versus 1 now, Chewy, and come on, Encore. Come on, Encore.
Yeah, indeed, and we just actually saw, I think it was Disturbed, get a crazy headshot on Existence over towards CT spawn. Reflex is going to get spotted as he plants the bomb, and we can't give up on Smiths here because, you know, he's definitely more than capable of getting this 1 versus 2 clutch here. We've got to get the defuse as well. Not going to happen though. Reflex finishes that off in style. And 6-1 is going to be your score. The first round on the board here for Encore. And they really need to take this momentum now and carry it. We said that, of course, the T's would be happy with about 5 or 6 rounds here on the T side, and we're into round number 8 already. So if they can, you know, keep trading the rounds here, they're going to be looking very pretty indeed. And by the looks of things, we've got a double AWP setup here coming in. Kenny S and MBK, those 2 players. So let's see what they do with it, and have a look at the setup here for the CTs. Very interesting style indeed. I'm quite liking it though, as Kenny S picks up the first kill.
Will do. Natu going big yet again, gets the opening frag as far as the Finns are concerned. Reflex as well, dropping Scream ironically with a headshot of his own. And it's a bit of a similar setup, except now the bomb is actually going to go towards B. They are in and around MBK. They're underground, I think. So I'm not sure if MBK can hear him from there. They're not making any noise whatsoever. But the B bomb site is in fact empty. So it does look like they are going to rotate round, and they are going to try and hit the B bomb site, where they have a man advantage, and MBK is just going to be AWPing off short. He can, of course, just turn around and AWP through window. He'll have heard him now. He's going to look through the window, but the Finns have already expected him to be there. They put the smoke down, but that smoke isn't enough to drop the masters in MBK and Kenny S. Kenny S goes big. He says, I'm not going to let you get anywhere near this bomb site. They Zarte as well, and Kenny S with the quad kill. And Kenny S, he's
I love
man of the game from what we've seen so far. He's brilliant. 14 and 2.
I honestly think that there are a number of people in this game who play less aggressively with rifles than Kenny S does with an AWP.
Yeah,
and that I just love that about him. I really do love that about him. Just the way that he has so much confidence with this gun is phenomenal, and when he's hitting shots like this, it's virtually unstoppable. Smith is going to get taken down here. It is an eco round for Encore, and they have been able to stop one, but Scream is going to pick up 2 headshots and make that 3 headshots as Karl, Natu and Zade get absolutely destroyed. And yes, okay, it was an eco, but that was still phenomenal accuracy coming in from him. Reflex will be the last one left alive. He has picked up that first kill onto Smith. He's left on 3 HP here, so this is going to be 8-1. There we go. Existence finishes him off with his P250, and I'm loving this game very much indeed. Of course, I did actually see a few people just a second ago asking in the chat what the score was. Have a look at the top of the screen, just underneath the score for this game. You can see that Titan did actually take the first game. That was on Inferno, and the score was 16-7, so if you weren't around for that, confirmation of that score for you all. But into round number 10 we go, Kyle. It's going to be another eco coming in for Encore here, so you would have thought that Titan would just extend their lead here on Mirage.
I mean, I did feel like the Encore push was poor out of apps, but Scream's aim,
that was nuts.
How does he do it? He's like a human aimbot, and a lot of people have been talking about him. A lot of people are saying he's too inconsistent, and I think Titan overall at the moment have been far too inconsistent. We know what their results have been like in recent weeks, but my word have they been practicing, and my word have they stepped it up at the right time. Zarte is going to pick up that lovely AWP Asimov, but he has been smoked out. Scream with a headshot yet again. He has a 70% headshot percentage so far this game, and that really sums it up about Scream. Not only does he have the best hair in Counter-Strike, but he's I mean, all of Titan have the best hair in Counter-Strike, you know? I don't know what I will normally say what do people have for breakfast, but I think it's all in the hair gel.
Yeah. It must
I don't know whether they use L'Oreal or what are the other
French,
brands?
isn't it? L'Oreal Paris, isn't it?
L'Oreal Paris,
it's got to be that.
Yeah.
It's got to be that. But here we go, round number 11.
It's a new selling point for them. They put it on TV.
L'Oreal Paris gel.
I think he should just pick that up as his own personal sponsor. And
it's like hair gel with wall hacks included, or aimbot.
Could you imagine how much the sales for L'Oreal would go up then. But anyway, let's get on to a more serious point instead of talking about hair gel when we've got some Counter-Strike action going on. I love the way that me and Kai can just completely go off at a tangent here. Bush is actually going in towards Catwalk, but by the looks of things, Titan are rotating well. They've got 3 on that B-bomb site. Reflex was just on your screen, and he's already been knocked down to 11 HP, but no casualties as of yet. You can see MBK making his way up aggressively into apartments here. There is a smoke grenade down, of course, just in front of him, and he's going to be making his way through that. Flash comes through as he pushes through apartments, and he's going to spot one. Not close enough, though. Unfortunately, as Natu gets the headshot into MBK, and that's going to lead to more of a chance here of ENCORE pushing through onto the B-bomb site. Even more so now as Smith is going to go down. Date does get one. Date does go down, but that was a really good take there, I've got to say, from ENCORE. We saw Titan rotating 3 onto that B-bomb site, but it doesn't look like it was quite enough. And that's going to leave Existence, the last one after live. He's making his way down towards Catwalk, and Natu's going to be the first line of defense to stop him if he pushes through there from Cat. But 9-2 is going to be your score, and pretty much, you know, again, we talked about what the T side would be happy with as a scoreline at the halftime mark, and if ENCORE are going to be happy men, exactly. If ENCORE are going to be happy men going into the second half, they need to basically pick up every single round from now on. Existence just going for those exit frags. He's going to be able to pick up Natu. It doesn't look like Khan and Reflex are going to actually try and go for that, and Khan's going to die, so that's his AK gone. Luckily the AWP is saved, but Existence, I really like that exit spot there actually, because it scared away Khan, meaning that therefore he got he blew up from the bomb, and that's going to force him to buy again there. So even though Existence didn't get that frag, he basically confirmed the death.
Yeah, I think the important thing in that last round, I think it was poor from MBK. You're going to go aggressive. Oh, I'm on the completely wrong box line. You're going to go aggressive. You've got to make it count. He didn't make it count. I was impressed with how quickly Titan rotated 2 more players off the bit. Oh, hello! Smith's from behind, and yet again, Titan, they pushed mid. They got the mid control, and Smith he went keen and just got those 2 easy kills. And we were talking about ENCORE needing to hit that 5-round mark or the 6-round mark. If they keep making silly mistakes like that, they're just not going to do it, and Titan have already got 10, so 6, well, they're about to get 10 unless Disturbed and Zate can do the impossible. So 5 is the best they can hope for.
Yeah, definitely indeed, and still, I have a feeling that could be beyond them, unfortunately. You know, we do like to see close games here, but, you know, I think that Kenny S actually misses a shot there. That's rare, considering the way that he's been performing so far today. But, I mean, there's 2 sides to this story. As much as we want a close game, and we really do want to see these teams battling out to the death in this best of 3 there, it's so still nice to see Titan performing at their best, and everything. And, you know, some people would argue that ENCORE just aren't as classy as Titan. You know, it's Titan after all. They're one of the best teams in the world. But we talked about their inconsistently recently.
Oh, bonjour!
MBK is going to finish them off from behind and really put them to sleep there once again. So 10-2 is going to be your score. Titan into double figures. But that's it. You know, again, as I say, it's 2 sides to the story. It's a shame not to have a close game, but it's just amazing to see Titan performing and getting kills like that, which we just saw MBK doing in very good fashion. Yeah,
it's very similar to what we saw in Inferno, where ENCORE were they weren't sitting in all the spots. They were giving Titan far too much breathing space, and we saw them do the exact same thing there. I mean, we had the hello, we had the bonjour. I'm not sure what other languages we can say it in, but it just hasn't been good enough from ENCORE so far. Smiths, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Existence with the all-powerful auto sniper. He's gonna lob that nade towards Khan. MBK, he pushed off short. He wasn't even walking, and Khan didn't even hear him. And it looks like Titan are playing in a public server more than they are in an actual ESL Cologne qualifier.
Yeah, somebody just said that in the chat. It just looks like matchmaking, and I completely agree with that. It is a shame to see, because it does make our job difficult as casters to try and make things even and everything. Oh yeah, exactly. You know, and then everybody starts to come in with the whole, oh, they're biased, but it's very difficult not to just praise Titan with their performance that they're going so far. But you never quite know. ENCORE could still pull something out of the bag. I'm afraid it's a very, very, very slim chance indeed. But you can't count them out until that final scoreboard comes up at the end and Titan reach that 60th round.
And the best ENCORE can do from here is 4.
It's 4, and that's not good enough. That really isn't good enough. Yeah, okay.
Such a big difference between 11-4 and 10-5.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and again, although they will be moving to the CT side, because they've let Titan get this lead, that pressure on the pistol round in the second half is going to be absolutely tremendous. If Titan finish off here and go 12-3, then, or even anything along those lines, with the way that they've already got 11 rounds on the board, if they just finished on 11 rounds here, it would still add a lot of pressure onto ENCORE in that pistol round. It's going to pick up one though, so that's Natu down. Kane's going to respond on the screen. Existence is going to get knocked out as well, so this is potentially looking good here for Titan. But as soon as I do say that, MBK and Kenny S do try and respond. Reflex is going to have two walk in front of him.
Wow.
Kane picks up the third, and that was almost good positioning, but I think a tiny bit of luck there as well. Khan isn't going to be able to pick up the auto sniper, so that's just going to be two AK-47s, which they drop as their team. But yeah, 11-4 is going to be their best situation here, unless Titan progress to 12-3. And if they do that, then yeah, it's pretty much going to be good night.
Well, interesting, they're Disturbed asking Kenny S, did you shoot me with the AWP in mid-air? And Kenny S says, yeah, the AWP is accurate in mid-air. Well, I'm not too sure about that. I don't think the AWP is accurate in mid-air, but Kenny S, if there's one AWPer in CSGO who can make the AWP accurate in mid-air, it's probably going to be Kenny S, because we were talking about how his playing style is probably more aggressive than certain riflers.
Yes.
And, oh dear, dear me. So, here we go. Disturbed is in apps. I mean, sure, the score looks one-sided, but we have had certain points in this game where it has really, where the game has, shone to life, basically. It's especially that round where MBK and Smiths were ninjas. It's a bit ironic because they're not the ninjas in pyjamas, but hey ho, they know Natu is definitely in apps because MBK had to dodge his grenade. But it does look like they are going to try and push on the A-bomb site. Kenny S is going to just play in jungle, whilst both Scream and Existence are playing far on the right-hand side. Existence, interestingly enough, I think he died, hence why he traded out the auto sniper for an M4. And probably the right decision at this point, now that the terrorists will definitely all have AKs. Good opening frag from Existence. He gets two before being burnt alive thanks to Reflex. MBK rotating from mid. Easy kills, easy life for the Frenchman. But hey, Titan can still, ENCORE can still save this one. And I spoke too soon. And I just want to say something. Someone was asking why we keep saying ENCORE, and they spelt it with A-N-C-O-R-E. The word encore in the English language is pronounced encore. We don't understand, or we don't know whether they meant encore or what on earth they call themselves. But that word itself in the English language is pronounced as encore, which it basically means like when someone's singing a song or something and you want them to do it again or do something else, you start shouting encore or something, don't you?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. If you're at a concert and they just finished their set and you just say, oh, play us an encore. Encore means play us some more songs for those who aren't quite aware. I'm sure many of you have just been going like, yeah, we know
the English language.
Yeah, but just to make sure, just to confirm, because sometimes unfortunately we do have to do that with the CS community, which is a lot. But in we go. Obviously the sides have switched now. Titan on the T side, encore, ENCORE, whatever you want to call them, on the more favoured CT side here. But once again, with the lead that you can see on your screen, I have a feeling that it could be past them. Although Reflex actually plays pretty aggressive there and picks up the first kill onto MBK, and you can see Titan actually starting that first kill, which came against them, actually was kind of the motivator to make sure they could push in. And look at that headshot there from Existence mid-air pretty much. Natu's in a difficult spot, and that bomb is going to get planted. And this has already been a really interesting pistol round here. Existence is going to pick up his own player, but it doesn't matter, because that's going to be 13-3, and I'm going to call GG's here now. Titan have been able to pick up that pistol round on the second side. They're only 3 rounds away from winning this entire best of 3. And I just love that from Titan. MBK, he was down, he got picked off there from Reflex, and instead of Titan going, oh no, they've just got the first frag, we better back away and not challenge them, they just went, no, bring it kind of thing, and just pushed into the A-bomb site relatively easily.
Bring it. You know what, next week when me and you are at G3, we need to ask Titan what hair gel they use.
You can do that. Yeah. I'm going to stand there and laugh, and you can definitely be the person to ask that question.
I'll ask Taz from Virtus Pro as well.
Oh, God.
Anyways, here we go. MBK with the opening frag onto Disturbed. Smokes being catapulted towards mid. Smiths all eyes on short. And Titan, they're just playing it cool, calm and collected here. They're waiting for ENCORE to really push them, rather than before they infiltrate, because they have gone on and bought Gilils and AK-47s, and they know if they were to lose these weapons, that the CTs will pick them up, and ENCORE would have a very, very good chance of actually turning the round.
Yeah, they would indeed. And I'm just looking at the chat and seeing some people's reactions to the scoreline, and somebody, I'm not sure if they were serious, but they had a 200 value bet on ENCORE to take this one, so I'm sorry, sir, but kiss goodbye to your skins unless they can do something pretty dramatic.
Should have donated them to me.
I know, right? You should have donated them to the stream or something. It would have been a much better worthwhile spending of your money. But MBK is going to pick up the second frag of the round of reflex. It's going to go down. More Galil kills coming in. He's got that lovely Glock there in hand as well. And it's all going to be left up to Khan, who has been able to pick up a Galil, but it doesn't matter as Scream flashes him in the face and finishes him off with his Galil. Bomb's been planted as well, just to add a bit more salt to the wound and to add some more money in the bank for the French team. With 2 rounds left to go here for Titan to take this one, I'm afraid, I don't want to call it too early because I feel that that's horrible against ENCORE, but they've just really not shown up here as much as we would have hoped them to. So we can almost start wrapping up the stream, in no time whatsoever with this performance that Titan are putting in.
Well, they're forced to buy. Zarte went for the Scout instead of the AWP because couldn't afford it, of course, whilst ENCORE went for the FAMAS rather than the M4. Disturbed spots one. That one was MBK, but the Galil is going to reign supreme over the FAMAS. Or maybe it's just MBK was better than Disturbed in that case. I don't know. 4 versus 3. Advantage in favour of the team with an 11-round advantage. Scream has made his way through Connector, and Scream pushed mid, made his way through Connector, and we have 2 CTs on the A-bomb site, and they didn't even know that Scream could potentially come from there. They were both watching A-ramp. And it's little communication things like that. Don't want to go too detailed about it, but that's just genuinely what it came down to. And those little things lose your games. Simple as that.
Indeed it is. So 15-3 just scored Titan, not only on game point, but they're on match point. ENCORE once again going for what some people would call a false buy, what some people would just call
last round,
last-ditch hopes of trying to stay alive and bring something back, which is evidently probably never going to happen, to put it in long terms. But we've got 2 Deagles, 2 Scouts, and a shotgun as well. Reflex is actually going to be there with that SSG in hand. And I don't know if he's going to actually be able to find anybody and confirm the kill. He has knocked Smith down to 27 HP, I do believe, which is going to back him off towards mid. But still, it'll be interesting to see how Titan play this one, and if they know how much of an eco this is going to be. Well, a force for ENCORE, sorry. Kenny S with the first frag down onto Natu to open up that B-bomb site. And for some reason, Auto Director is putting us in a very weird situation. It's now switched us over to the B-bomb site as soon as it's cleared out. So thank you, Auto Director, for that. I told you earlier on about how much we hate it, as well as you guys. So yeah, Existence is going to get that bomb down. And this is pretty much GG's here, unless they can do a crazy retake here on this B-bomb site.
Yeah. You never know, maybe the crazy retake is on the cards, but I'd rather not watch Kenny S on the floor. But when you do see the auto director just basically stop working, it does tell you that the round is over. The game is over, sorry, in Disturb. He's trying to creep round the back. It's Disturb versus MBK. And we saw MBK win their battle at A-Ramp. And you know what? MBK's won the battle again.